Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk. And today I would like to spend few minutes on Vedam and Dr. Balram. He talked about, it is transformative historicism he's been working on. And his desire is to really change things, after looking into that history, how all that happened and how it has to happen now. So next, as Balramji been talking about democracy, I would like to say the democracy of the self, because we are three different people here, body, mind and soul. Mind and body vote together to rule the soul, whereas the soul should have ruled mind and body. So if one of them joins the soul, things can be much better. If prem and bhakti, the body can join hands with the soul, can be a better democracy. And if mind can be added to that through jnana, if it knows the jnana, then something wonderful will happen, and it will be known as omnicracy, all the three together. Anyhow, now I'll come to my point, that we are working on this particular concept of jnanam suvijnanam. Jnanam suvijnanam is a rediscovery, competency based on spiritual literacy aimed at school children with a view to empowering them for goal attainment, self-fulfillment and happiness. Jnanam suvijnanam is an applied and systematic spiritual education, specially formulated for students' inner transformation by changing their mindset and reorienting their disposition. The expected outcome would be to help students to break away from their acquired habits and rethink how they can exploit their potential for fuller development of their spiritual and non-cognitive agency. Let me not read all that. Let me be close to you to tell the concept on which we can do that. We call it as cosmic cognitive restructuring, to go beyond cognition. Basically, the whole cosmos is one living entity, and NASA has got a beautiful photograph of the Planck satellite camera of the expanding universe, visible universe. And it has got three basics: floating material bodies made out of 100 and odd elements. Second thing is the gravitational field, which is operating the whole cosmos from Big Bang to black hole. I would like to call it as a universal mind, because this is what is embedded with information systems like 2G, 3G, 6G, internet, radio communication, including chemistry, physics, maths, and laws of nature also. If the apple falls, the scientist calculates the laws of nature. Every action has got an equal and opposite reaction. The third thing is particle and wave, which is energizing this field and each atom. So I would like to say the whole cosmos is a living entity, and only living entity can produce another living entity, and you are part of that. Your body is connected to the 100 and odd elements, floating material bodies. Mind you have acquired from the universal mind, which is information-based, deals with memories and experiences and events of your life, pre-calculates the future, fears and worries get added. And the third thing is your soul, which is connected to the absolute intelligence capable force. And these three, each living entity is three. These three are connected with those three. So we have beautifully explained all that phenomena for the school children to tell them that they are three, each living entity is three. And we are starting from the nursery classes onwards. And it is a 32 weeks class, once a week class, to educate right from nursery onwards to higher education. Now here I would like to show that we are creating a box like this, the wisdom genie, just for that kid, how it will start knowing about it. So here what we are doing, that we are telling, we have made this genie, Lumi. It is the body, and if you cover it up, this is the mind, and this is what is the soul. And we have written so many details about this. and including that even an animal is three. Cat is the mind of the cat and the body, the soul of the cat. Then we have got these small little books in that, discovering me. So the child must know that how these three fellows are working together and who's the operator. So we have got so many small little rhymes for the children to do those rhymings. This is knowing himself, what he is within, and then knowing the whole world, the outside world. So how he's connected with that. This is a program to tell children that they are divine, they have got an acquired mind and a created body. Because the creation, when we are as souls, and we start with Ekam Bahusham, from the scriptures that God was one and alone and he became from one to many. And when he became from one to many, the nada happened. So it is particle of light connected with the wave, which is the sound. So we are particle and wave, How we acquired the mind from the universal mind, known as causal mind, created a causal body known as a sketch of a Ardhanareshwar, half woman and half man, that we decided to come and feel this time-bound material creation. Whereas we belong to a region where time and material do not exist. That is where the Lord was. And he became from one to many. And one out of us created this time-bound material creation. So we even explain how the first atom came up as hydrogen. We are even adding this God particle, Switzerland research, Higgs boson, that how it had got the ability to attract and how it did that part. Now you acquired the mind and created the body is a beautiful area. I would like to finish it as soon as possible. The first life started as amoeba in the waters, How you made that? Because if light and sound which you are, if it strikes on pure elements, converts them into amino acids, and amino acids synthesize the proteins available in the water. And that's how the first life comes in. It has got three basics. It is a material body, it has got a mind, and it has got a soul in it. And it is a time-bound material creation. It dies after a while. The mind and the soul goes back to the astral region. Today Hegel has been talking about that how the soul goes back and it has got all that information from the single cell to the crown of creation, the human body. Once the doctor checks your saliva, he looks at your genes and how much it matches with different species as per Darwin's evolution theory. If we add that, then all that matches, how much it matches 99 point some percent with apes and 90% something like that with monkeys and with other animals as well. So this reincarnations took place. So you came out to make a double cell organism that dies also. The mind is enriched with the information of the double cell also. It dies, then it goes back and comes out again to make a multi-cell organism. And it has got all that added information into the mind, because mind is information. And it has got 4 layers: the universal, causal, astral, and physical. So how to really make them understand that they are divine? Give an example of a computer. Computer is a hardware, so body is a hardware. Mind is a software, and this software has got so many viruses in it. And you are the operator. Your attention is the outer expression of your creative intelligence, which operates. So you are the operator, and the mind is software, and body is material. So that's how we are trying to expand this information in such a beautiful manner that each thing has been explained as per scientifically corroborated in the knowledge system, and trying to explain it through science and logic, so that the modern children can really understand their potential, that they are part of all-knowing, all-pervading, and they have to use this information. I say that the attention is like an omni-scanner, which can scan all the minds, including the universal mind, causal, astral, and physical. It can access all those informations and pick up the information to act upon, because wherever the attention goes, the divine energy flows. But the mind is completely education-based. It never knew this. We didn't tell this through education, that you are divine and you are the driving force. You know, if hunger is there, the hunger, you know, the attention, the soul knows already that you are hungry. So that attention takes you stepwise towards the kitchen. By the time you are walking, this fellow mind reminds you of the taste it had earlier. Now the mind tells you the mummy has kept the money under the pillow, there's a cycle there, or there is a shop. It is all information. So you bring that and feed him. It forces you to do that. And finally, when it goes into your mouth, the tongue is hardly 1.5 inch. As soon as it goes down there, there is no taste. So body and mind are using you like a donkey day in and day out. All those examples can be quoted. So how, if you have to reverse the process, let that divinity, which knows everything, which has developed your whole body. In the mother's womb, the zygote cell, the egg has got all the information right from the single cell till now. The sperm has got all the information from single cell till now. That zygote cell is becoming from one to many in the mother's womb, and God is operating there. Because Ekam Bahusham is happening there. And then those so many cells, you know, as soon as the cell reaches the location of the heart, it transforms itself into a cell of a heart, becomes one to many again to form the whole heart. The same cell develops your kidney, and it develops your eye, which is more complex than your brain. Something fantastic to know. It is a wow for the children to know that they have developed their own body from a single cell to the crown of creation, the human body. So their confidence goes sky high. And this is how we are developing a course. This is another course, you know, which we have developed, spiritual literacy for digital age, for universities and colleges, so that the teachers and parents can know and they can confirm as per Indian knowledge system what it is all about. Thank you very much.
Any questions for Bhardwaj ji?
Anybody wants to know anything?
There, one there, yeah. Please.
Means you all agree.
Hold on. No, yes. No, he has a question.
Please.
Go ahead, please.
Sir, please, mic.
How to get
Soon it will be there, you know. We are just
Are they-
working on it.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yes, no, you
Okay.
just,
Yeah, I'm just wondering how to acquire those books.
Well, soon they will be announced, you know, everybody will know about that. It is in the process, especially this genie box for the small young children. The books are already there, so you got to, we will be teaching it online. Once a week class will be there. So maybe online courses will be there. We are planning to charge hardly about 100 rupees per month to the children to manage the delivery system. So that is what we are planning, and it will be introduced all over the world. Under this concept, we are developing right to enlightenment and duty to get enlightened as a basic human right in UN, that they must know what we are. So if everybody knows this, all the religions will dissolve into it. And this is what is a new approach, as Vedam wanted, that something should be there to change this. As he is working on transformative historicism, he is working on, and let us work together. I think something wonderful is going to happen. Thank you very much.